What we did, we tried to cover issues that are targeting political rights, discrimination issue, economic and social rights, the three package somehow, and plus the tough part, and we try to cover various issues of interest linked to the human rights top issue in Brazil. So if you take Brazil, yes, they have a reform issue on justice, on the structure of the state. Yes, they have a problem in prison. Yes, they have a problem of indigenous people. Yes, they have a problem of let's say on discrimination regarding Afro-Brazilian in the favelas, violence against women, human rights defenders. We try to highlight all those issues. One is sexual terrorism as well. There is a problem in Brazil. This one has been highlighted a little bit further because of the incoming sport event. Most of the projects EIDHR are often small because that's the spirit of the EIDHR. But when you have a successful project, one of the idea for the future is to try to exploit them, develop them, go further, and often sometimes from some procedural flexibility to do so. We have 3 projects that have been put to the agenda of Brazil and of the EU-Brazil Human Rights Dialogue. So one on prison, the project, the model project of the APAT network for alternative prisons is being considered now to be extended by the Brazilian authority to more regions. So that one. The second one is the project in the favelas of Rio. We're considering extending it in big cities, Sao Paulo, Manaus, Brasilia, and see what needs to be adapted, but this one as well. And the project on indigenous people, which has been about territorial rights, focusing very much on Cuiabá area, might be extended to other area where there is also indigenous people issues. We tried on South Africa as a DG development, and I was involved there. Naively, we tried to talk with the FIFA, and we discovered that FIFA has a purely commercial aspect on all that. That's a long time ago when people were maybe not being as aware of the FIFA business as today. It's 2 things. First, on human rights, it's an easy issue to communicate about. So if we don't do it, then who's going to communicate? That's the first element. Secondly, I am absolutely convinced that communicating on project and result is how you maintain the flow of project and results. Also, you maintain the attraction of our constituency on the project. If you do not communicate on what you do, that's how you get budget cut. That's how you more than that, you also gain a lot of political leverage. People let you do more things. So flexibility is linked to the communication about the result. Then, and that's maybe a personal note, I am working in a commission for years. I am, like any functionary, pissed off by the fact that we never communicate on what we do. The anti-European are communicating with a vulgar approach of lying on things, using any single element against that, and I still don't understand why we have not a systematization of the communication. And in human rights, it can go to very strange things. In Tunisia, there was one moment where some extremism were paying €25 a day woman to wear a burqa in the street. I can afford to pay €25 a woman to wear a bikini in Tunisia. I should do so. So we are, of course, the European Commission, we cannot communicate like NGO. But I think that from time to time, showing what we do, showing that you are doing good, and most of my colleagues, I think all of my colleagues are convinced people doing excellent projects all the time. And I think we should give them a little bit more time and means to communicate on what they do, because they are all motivated people doing good things. Some of them do not have the chance to have the means and the time to communicate or to have the communication skills. Then you need to be helped, like I've been helped by people to help communicate. I think it's essential for our house. First, you should not do all the time the same thing. When you're in communication, you need to change from time to time. It's also very tiring. It's a lot of preparation. Those campaigns are not about hiring one person to do a picture. It's a lot of investment. Everything in political terms needs to be checked. You need to involve everybody. This campaign has to involve the geographical department, the human rights department, the communication department, the delegation, people from outside, inside. It's need to have a lot of people on board that you are surely communicating right. The worst thing is to communicate wrong. Then, so it's a lot of work. Then as human rights, I think we might slip a little bit after this campaign, but that's clear that the World Cup in Qatar has a human rights resonance which is strong, so we'll have to do things around this campaign. Next year is a year of development as well, so I think we might focus more on the development aspect of our work, because this is the year of development. It's a unique chance to communicate on DevCo work as well. So I think I will join the package of program being put in place for the year of development. But communicating on results, yes, all the time.